so let's go ahead and get started. My plans for us for our first lesson was going to be to review some of our friends. Before we left for spring break, we had gone over our four sets of vowel friends. So let's see if we can remember them. And I'm going to go through them pretty quickly just so that we can get a review in, a nice review in, maybe come up with some words to go with each set of friends. And then I'm going to give you some sentences. And then I'd like you to do some activities with those sentences when you're at home. So, all right, let's get started. We're looking at our friends. We're going to go through each set of friends that we've learned. Mom and Dad, we call these vowels our friends. They're our friends. We put them together in little stories to help them remember what sound they make whenever we see them in words. And when we call them our friends, they're a little bit less intimidating and they become more personal to us, and that kind of helps us in our learning. All right, so we're going to start off with O and A. Now, O and A are best friends and they go everywhere together. And O and A, every time they go somewhere together, they always go the same way. O is the line leader, and he is the one who does the talking. So if they walk into a new room, O is the one who introduces himself, and he says his name. You wouldn't say anything crazy. You wouldn't walk into a room and say, hi, my name is Ch. If your name was Charles, you're going to go into a room and you're going to say your name. Well, his name is O. So he's going to go into a room and he's going to say, O. Now, A's job, he's not the line leader. His job is to be there for his pal O. Sometimes O forgets to say his name, and so A's job is to gently kind of nudge and kick his friend and remind him to say his name when he forgets. So when we see these two friends together in a word, they only make one sound. That's the line leader's sound, and he's saying his name, not something funny. He's going to say O. So when we see these two friends together, they make one sound, and their sound is O. That's right. I'm going to put them in a word so you can see how this works. Let's try an easy one. I hope you can see this with my marker. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Let's try this word. All right, so the word is, now you know what? Let's tell our parents, how do we sound out a new word? Where do we start? That's right, we always start with our friends. And what sound do our friends make? Oh, then where do we go? Okay, we go to the front, and what sound does it make? T. Now we slide t into our friends. T. Oh, what does it say together? That's right, t. Oh, toe. Now we're ready to add the last sound. What is the last sound? Duh. Okay, now let's put it all together. The first part was toe, duh. Toad. All right, you read it. Toad. Very good. All right, let's go on and let's talk more about our story. So O and A, they've been friends for a long time, and now it's Halloween, and they go to a Halloween party, and of course they dress up in a costume. And what costume do they put on? Yes, we remember peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so peanut butter is crunchy peanut butter, and it makes noise when you eat it. It crunches in your mouth, and you can hear it in your ears. So which friend do you think is going to wear the peanut butter costume? That's right. O puts on the peanut butter costume so that he can be the noisy one to make his sound. So O is going to say O. Now letter A is going to be our jelly. Now, does jelly make any noise when you eat it? No, it's just squishy. It doesn't make any sound at all. So O and A are peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly. And together they are right smack dab in the middle of the word, which means these other letters are our bread letters. So this is a peanut butter and jelly word. Peanut butter and jelly in the middle of the sandwich, bread on the outside. And we can change the bread letters out and make as many words as we want to. Okay, so they're at this Halloween party and they're dressed up like peanut butter and jelly. But you know what? That's right, they get into a fight. They get into a fight because A wants to say his name. He hasn't gotten a chance to say his name. O is always the line leader. So they get into this big, huge fight, and O rips off his costume, throws it on the ground, and storms out the door, and he's gone. But that doesn't bother A, not at all. No, it doesn't. A puts on the peanut butter costume. He is now going to get a chance to say his name. And is he going to say something weird like, ah? No, he's not. He's going to walk into a room and he's going to proudly announce who he is. His name is A. That's right. But he can't do it unless he has a friend to remind him sometimes when he forgets. So he goes around the party and he finds another stick kind of guy, because letter A is a stick kind of guy. And he finds letter I. Letter I is another stick kind of guy. Now, does letter I get to make his noise when he wears jelly? No, he doesn't. He doesn't get to make any sound at all. His job is to do what? That's right, kick his friend. Now, do we kick hard? No, we just nudge because sometimes our friend forgets. So letter I is going to nudge his friend and remind him to say his name when he needs to. And so together, these two letters, A and I, are going to make one sound. They're going to make the sound of our peanut butter friend, and they're going to say A. A and I together say A. Now let's try it in a word. Okay, let's see. Let's try this word. Okay, here's our word. What do we read together first, friends? What do we read? That's right, we read our friends first. Now, what sound do our friends make? There they are right there and together in the middle of the word. A, they say A. Now we go to the front. That's right, put it with our friends. A. Say. Now let's add the last sound. Say. Sail. That's right. Let's go for a sail. Boy, I wish I could go for a sail right now. Okay, so moving on with our story, we've learned about O and A, and they say O, and we've learned about A and I, and they say A. We're now going to go on in our story. A and I are at the Halloween party dressed like peanut butter and jelly. They're walking around, they're having fun, they're dancing, they're eating some cupcakes, and they're just having a ball. They're playing all sorts of games. But here comes their parents, because you know what they both forgot to do? They both forgot to clean their room. That's right, they both forgot to clean their room. So their parents say, you know what? You both have to go home. Both of you are going home. That leaves an empty peanut butter and jelly costume. They just leave it there because they were so embarrassed their parents came to the party. So they just tore off the costume and they left as fast as they could. Now, here comes Bully E. Bully E, he is going to put on a costume. And of course, he's going to put on the one where he gets to do all the talking. So he's going to put on the crunchy peanut butter costume. But you know what? He walked around that whole entire party and could not find anybody to be his friend, because he is a bully after all. He couldn't find anyone willing to be his friend. He finally had to con his twin brother into putting on the jelly costume and being his jelly pal so that he could say his name. He promised his twin brother that he would clean his room for a week. Now, you and I both know he's probably not going to do it. But for the meantime, his twin brother is going to put on the jelly costume because he's hoping that his twin brother will clean his room for a week. And they walk around the party dressed like peanut butter and jelly. Now, who is the one that gets to do the talking? That's right, the line leader, and he's dressed in peanut butter, and he's going to say his name. Is he going to say eh? No, he's going to say his name, and what is his name? E, that's right. So he is going to say E, and his twin brother is going to be quiet, and together they're going to make one sound, and that sound is E. That's right. Let's try it in a word. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, let's go through our steps. Here we go. Our steps are to read our friends first. So we're going to go to the middle and we read our friends. And what sound do our friends make? E. Now go to the front. What sound does this front one make? Now let's slide it in. E. E. Fee. Good. Fee. Add the last sound. T. Feet. What is this word? That's right. It's feet. Do you have 2 feet? I have 2 feet. And you know what? Because I get to teach at home, I don't have shoes on my feet. That's right. I get to wear socks and teach you. Okay, so let's go ahead and go on with our story, shall we? All right, so we have feet and we have our twins. And do you know what twin brothers do? That's right, they get into a fight. Brothers, they fight all the time. Do you fight with your brothers and sisters? I know I did when I was growing up. I sure did. And my daughters, I've got two of them, and they fight with each other all the time. So these two twin brothers, they get into a fight because why? Of course, Bully E did not clean his twin brother's room like he promised. He sure didn't. So his twin brother, he's like, I'm out of here. He tears off that jelly costume and he leaves. And poor Bully E is left all alone. But you know what? I have more to my story. Letter A's mom, she is super nice. When Letter A finished cleaning his room because he had to go home early, she let him come back to the party. Wasn't that nice? I know. So Letter A is looking around the party trying to find a Halloween costume to wear because it is, after all, a costume party. So peanut butter's already taken because Bully E is wearing it. And he's thinking to myself, okay, it's the only costume left. I know how to be jelly. I've already had my turn at being peanut butter. I will wear the jelly costume. So he puts on the jelly costume to be Bully E's partner. He's not really sure if Bully E is going to be very nice, but he's going to do it anyway because Letter A is very nice. So Letter A decides, I will be your quiet jelly partner and I will remind you to say E when you're supposed to. So they go around the party now dressed up like peanut butter and jelly, and they're going to make a sound. What sound are they going to make? Who gets to do the talking? E gets to do the talking. And what is he going to say? Is he going to say eh? No, he's going to introduce himself. He's going to say his name. So he's going to say E. And does A get to make any noise when he wears jelly? Nope, he doesn't. He has to be quiet. So together, the two of them are going to make one sound, and that sound is E. That's right. You know what? It makes the same sound as the twins. We have two sets of vowel friends, and they both make the same sound. Later on, we're going to talk about how we're going to help ourselves with spelling when we hear E in a word, and we don't know whether we should use the twins or the friends. We've got a story, and we'll learn about that one later. Let's go ahead and take some time and put our new set of friends, E and A, into some words. Okay, so let's try this word. What do we read first? We read our friends first, and they say E. Then we go to the front. E. Me. Mean. Mean. This is mean, just like Bully E can sometimes be mean. That's right. Okay, let's try this next one. Where do we start? Do we start here? No, we always start with our friends. And what sound do our friends make? E. Now go to the front. S. E. See. T. Seat. Very good. Okay, here's our last one. Okay, what do our friends say? E. Now put T. E. T. Team. Very good. What kind of a team? Let's see. It could be a soccer team. It could be a football team. It could be a basketball team. All right, there's all kinds of teams. All right, so we've read 3 words. We're now going to go ahead and look at some sentences.